When is a leak not a leak? To when people get fired. But let's delve a little bit. Let's get this terrible party started. Tis I, Kenatonic, and welcome to yet another discussion video. Now, it has come to my attention that over the past couple of years, there's been a lot of leaks going around with movies and video games. Like, it's gotten to the point now where it's absolutely ridiculous. And then I thought about something. I'm like, huh, I don't think the term leaked is being used properly. And since we are using the word leak, what's the difference between an intentional leak and an act like a true legitimate leak? Because it's been getting harder and harder to differentiate between the two. A prime example of a leak is, of course, the image you're seeing now. This is a shot taken from the quote-unquote leaked Deadpool press footage, or what's it called? The test footage? The pitch footage? Pitch footage sounds about right. Leaked footage. Now, I haven't heard too much about the person that leaked this particular video. They could be in trouble, they could not be. But when this came out, like 2 days later, it was given a full HD official release. Now, to me, that kind of sounds like an intentional leak, just to gauge how excited people would be for a Deadpool movie. And yes, everybody absolutely blew up about it. Fox, you need to make this movie happen, just like it's in the trailer. Don't try to mess it up or PG-13 the movie or anything like that. Just make this trailer. I'd be willing to sit through 2.5 hours of a Deadpool movie if it was anything like the trailer. But nonetheless, I don't know, it just seemed to, I don't know. And right on the last day of Comic-Con, come on, guys. Something doesn't seem right. Now, of course, there are set photos that are said to be leaks of a sort. Here we have a shot taken of the new Captain America costume or uniform or outfit for the Avengers Age of Ultron, and good God, does it look amazing. I mean, oh, look at that. Oh, it just makes you American by looking at it. You could be from the UK or Brazil looking at this and just seeing this, you're already American. Welcome to America. But nonetheless, this was taken from the set and put online. Now, initially this was considered a leak, and then nothing really happened. I mean, it just stayed on the internet. So this was just a released picture from the set. Not a leak at all. It was initially a leak, but it got so much attention so quickly they could not take it down. And speaking of getting too much attention too quick, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This is an example of a terrible leak. Not terrible in, what we saw, but terrible in that people got in trouble about this because apparently they weren't ready for the trailer for Advanced Warfare to come out just yet. I don't know why. I mean, they just had a trailer just sitting there completely done. I mean, there was nothing wrong with that trailer. Everything was done for it. It was spliced, there was music, there was, it was ready to go. So why it was sitting there and how much longer it was going to sit there is a bit of a mystery. But this is an example of a legitimate leak because people got in trouble about this trailer. And then they were just like, fine, you released the trailer, we're just going to put out everything else for it. Which, I don't know if that was the greatest idea because I have a feeling they were going to release the trailer for Advanced Warfare at around E3. And if that's the case, it came out months too early. Which I can agree with you being upset with, but then releasing all this other stuff about it just to be like, fine, it's leaked, whatever. No, man. Come on, have some secrecy. Now, I wasn't all that excited about this game. I mean, I only have one Call of Duty. Like I played a bunch of them, but I only own one. You know, I'm not a big Call of Duty guy, but this one looked interesting. And because it looked so different, I think is another reason they didn't mind it being leaked too early, because we knew there was going to be another Call of Duty, and I know a lot of people didn't really care. Of course, there are those Call of Duty diehards, the fools you are. I'm kidding. But I know that there are the Call of Duty diehards that wouldn't have cared. But there were enough people that weren't really that excited for yet another Call of Duty. So when this came out, it was a breath of fresh air, and it gave, I don't know, it might have instilled some sort of confidence and joy from the publishers, because the trailer looked really good. So again, this is an example of a bad leak. So hopefully a lot of you watching this video already know how to spot the difference between an intentional leak and a actual leak. The best way to decipher which is by checking to see what happens to the supposed leaked whatever. Let it be an image or a video. See what happens after it comes out. If it's taken down immediately, or if it takes a while for it to come down, but then it comes down, or if it just stays up. That will decide what kind of leak we're dealing with. Because sometimes things will be leaked just to bring hype to something. That will happen. That'll happen a lot. And then there are other times where there are legitimate leaks where people lose jobs and get fined and things like that. So just know that not every leak is an actual leak. That didn't make any sense. I feel like I should have said something a little more clever, like not every leak is what you think, or not, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. In the comment section below, let me know the topics that you want to hear in my discussion videos, and depending on the topic, I'll get to it eventually. I've been Kenatonic, and I'm glad we had this talk.